Good evening, I'm Justin Benny. It may have taken a backseat yesterday with everything going on in Washington, but the COVID-19 pandemic is getting worse in many parts of the country right now. U.S. health officials expect things to get better quickly once much of the country has received their COVID-19 vaccines. But that's not going quite as quickly as many hoped. Newswatch 12's Sierra Whaley joins us now live here in studio with the latest on the situation here in Wisconsin. Sierra.
If you're still wondering where and when you'll receive your vaccine, well, it's hard to tell with the system in place. The Wisconsin Department of Health Services held another news briefing today, providing more detail of where vaccines are located and why there's a delay.
56,000 doses that are not in the arms but have been shipped.
Wisconsin DHS officials say their first priority with the vaccines they do have is to get them to healthcare workers and those who are the most vulnerable.
This vaccine came out the week before Christmas, and so it was the week before and the week of Christmas that hospitals and healthcare systems were our priority.
So where are the dosages now, and why is it taking so long to get into Wisconsin?
105,000 of those were shipped this week. So on Tuesday, some of them hadn't even arrived.
Which explains why the state hasn't reached 70% of phase 1 vaccinations. DHS says the vaccine is taken in 2 doses, given a few weeks apart, and the federal government is asking them to store many of the vaccines they do have to make sure people can receive their second dose.
We're in transit, 105,400. That leaves about 51,000 that would be doses that are left from last week. And those are the doses that people are using to vaccinate this week.
Nurses have complained about not receiving their scheduled vaccination dates, and some have even traveled hours just to receive the vaccine. State officials made no comment on that, but share the shortage of supply has them frustrated as well.
We're only getting 70,000 doses a week. So you see what the problem is here. We don't have enough supply to open the gates much wider and be able to meet the need.
The department hopes to complete phase 1A within the next couple of weeks, and
I anticipate we'll be moving into phase B before the end of the month.
The DHS also says they're planning on deploying a mobile vaccination team from the state's vaccination task force. Back to you, Justin.
Thanks, Sarah. We'll look at today's statewide COVID-19 numbers in just a minute. But first, let's get our first look at weather with Newswatch 12 Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller.
Yeah, hey, Justin. The sun now sets at 4:31. Just a hint of daylight left here in Three Lakes right now. The days are getting longer and longer. Daylight hours are. And that gave us temperatures today near 30. Once again, that's not normal. We should be low 20s this time of year. We'll have lows tonight down near 15 or 16. Keeping in mind the average low is 3 this time of year. All right, the fog should stay mostly to the west of us this evening. However, there's going to be a couple spots in here for the 7th day in a row with some dense fog across Northwoods this evening into tomorrow morning. Okay, the cloud cover out there now, though, it should break up for several hours tonight. It won't be a huge breakup, but tomorrow we're looking at mostly cloudy skies again, and actually a quiet weekend on the way with temperatures hanging out near 30. Your forecast then for tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies, some mostly cloudy skies with temperatures down near 15 or so. Your full forecast is coming up, Justin.
Thanks, Jeff. Wednesday was the deadliest day of the COVID-19 pandemic in the United States so far, according to latest numbers from Johns Hopkins University. They say almost 3,900 new deaths were reported nationwide just yesterday. Since March, more than 360,000 people have died from COVID-19 related causes in the U.S. The numbers in Wisconsin are better than most of the country right now, though as you see here, check out the blue line, it had been rising a number of deaths per day over the last couple of weeks. The number of new deaths per day, as you see, starting to creep back up. DHS also reports 40 new deaths today statewide. The Wisconsin State Assembly has passed a COVID-19 bill today that was introduced by Republican leaders this week, but it may hit a roadblock among other members of their own party. Senate GOP leaders say they oppose the bill. But even if it does get through the upper chamber, Governor Evers has signaled he would likely veto the measure. Evers and Assembly Republicans have their own proposals, which Republicans have not gone, Evers and Assembly Democrats have their own proposals, which Republicans have not gotten behind. The legislature as a whole has not passed anything related to the pandemic since April. Evers and Republican leaders had worked on a compromise bill that has not been presented in any form yet. The Secaucus Chippewa community has not seen a new confirmed case of COVID-19 in more than 2 weeks, and the community just completed its first round of vaccinations this week in Mole Lake. Newswatch 12's Cooper Henkel has more.
We are optimistic, but we're also cautious.
The Secaucus Chippewa community took decisive action when COVID-19 reached the Northwoods. They closed the casino.
We don't want to necessarily expose the community to COVID-19 if we can find a way to prevent that from happening.
Quickly adapted CDC guidelines about rapid testing.
We have provided over 7,000 rapid tests since April, which for a small community of just a few hundred is outstanding.
And expanded that capacity to include surrounding communities.
We haven't just been testing the community itself. We've been testing all the surrounding communities as well.
Gooden says the key to their success has been knowledge.
We have launched a large program in trying to get out as much information as possible so people can understand what they're dealing with and how to protect themselves.
Gooden encourages any tribal member living in Mole Lake or employee to call the Secaucus Chippewa Health Clinic to schedule their vaccination.
We're doing roughly 10 appointments a day for vaccinations. And there is a time period in between the first and the second shot.
The clinic is still offering rapid testing to anyone in the surrounding area.
As the vaccines keep coming in, we're going to be offering more and more vaccinations to everybody that we can possibly get.
In Mole Lake, Cooper Henkel, Newswatch 12.
Gooden, by the way, says most people experience only some minor soreness around the injection site. They have no reports there of serious reactions to the vaccine. He does remind people, even if you do receive one, remain masked up, follow social distancing guidelines until we get the numbers more under control. The lack of snow so far this season is doing a number on winter tourism in the Northwoods, also hurting businesses along snowmobile trails. Vilas County, of course, finally opened their trails on Friday. Despite not getting any new snow since then, the Oneida County Snowmobile Council voted 7-2 yesterday to open their trails as well, starting this Saturday. That decision met with some disapproval from Oneida County Forestry.
We felt as though if we gave each club the opportunity to kind of evaluate their own trail system and see if they've got an area that just is really bad, they can close that off. But we didn't want to penalize the other clubs and business communities that we represent, because normally we're an all or nothing county.
It's an unusual year for sure. The Snowmobile Council recognizes the trails will not be in great condition just yet because of the lack of snow, and they want snowmobilers to realize again that some trails remain closed. We'll have more on this story coming up on Newswatch 12 at 6. The word brine may be unfamiliar to some people, but it is needed not just for foods, but for winter roads in the Northwoods. We'll have more on that coming up. But first, Jeff's in with your full forecast and let us know if any more snow is on the way. That's next on Newswatch 12 at 5.
It's your last chance for Furniture and Appliance Mart's New Year's sale. Shop exclusive deals through Tuesday only, including doorbusters available for immediate pickup and delivery. Plus interest-free financing for 5 years and a bonus 5% discount off our sale prices at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
I'm called to serve and protect, saving lives when I can.
And I'm forever thankful to those who saved mine.
1,000 donations and counting.
I almost lost everything, but I'm here. I'm alive.
There's no greater reward than knowing I've made a difference.
And I'm living proof that a simple donation can make all the difference in the world.
You can help someone with your life-saving gift. Donate at the Community Blood Center and receive a long-sleeved t-shirt. Please schedule your donation today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
They
may not have the capes, but they sure do have the powers.
And I'm going to prove it.
From business savvy.
This babe can't be bought. Look out, Oprah Winfrey. Here comes Sandra Club.
To street smarts.
You just had a smart idea. Not to be a lady tonight.
To eternal beauty.
I don't look a day over 41. What can I say?
They have the power to do it all. Watch the Wonder Women of Antenna TV.
It's your last chance for Furniture and Appliance Mart's New Year's sale. Shop exclusive deals through Tuesday only, including doorbusters available for immediate pickup and delivery. Plus, interest-free financing for 5 years and a bonus 5% discount off our sale prices at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
You're watching NBC 12 from where you live.
After some fog, a quiet day for us today with little to no wind pretty much all day long. The wind is still out there, calm right now, 27 in Rhinelander with a dew point there of 18. The air is getting a little dry this evening. 30 in Wausau, north breeze at 6, making it feel like 24 with a dew point there of 20 as we speak. Okay, around the horn, everyone's having an above average day again, right? 27 in Rhinelander, also for Anago, also Mosinee, also for Point, a popular number this evening. You're playing the lottery tonight. And then tomorrow, though, high temperatures up near 30 once again. The average high is 21. The average low is 3. Record low, though, 38 below. This always gives Justin a tickle, right? Back in 1912. And then so far this season, 21.9 inches of snowfall. And there could be, maybe, on the 7-day forecast, this day right there could bring us some snow, but it's still 6 or 7 days away, as you know. Okay, if it feels dry to you, it's been dry, especially across the west. Decades of drought over here. But for us, thankfully, it's not the growing season right now. We've had some dry areas across western Wisconsin, prolonged dry areas at that. And if we keep having these issues into the spring planting season, we'll have to keep an eye on that. But for sure, it's been dry around here. We could use some snowfall, and our outdoor playground could use some snow. Opening the trails in Oneida County this weekend. Vallis County is open. There's lots of snow further north, up near Houghton in Michigan. There's a base there of like 2 feet of snow, but around here, snow is pretty hard to come by. All right, so far this season, there's that 21.9 inches of snow, up against 88.4 for last snow season, and there's that record year, 116.3. We'll see. It could be a very interesting spring-ish around here, right? So on the ground right now, we get to play in this weekend. 3 in Rhinelander, 4 in Green Bay, 5 in Milwaukee. But again, along the southern shore here of Lake Superior, there are some spots with 2 feet of snow on the ground in the UP as we speak. Also, the Great Lakes are pretty much still wide open, only 2.1% ice covered. That's unusual. And that map looks like this. So most of that ice is right here in Green Bay, right? The rest of the lakes are still wide open. If we could get a northwest wind off the unfrozen Lake Superior, we could give us some lake effect snow, but that's not going to happen really anytime soon. In fact, no wind at all today or tomorrow. We do have some clouds, though, across the area now. They're going to break up for several hours tonight, just like last night. If you get under clear skies for a couple hours or so, your temperatures are going to crash very quickly. The rest of us, though, we're going to hang out middle teens. And then looking for snow, well, here's the snow now in Missouri and in Kentucky and Tennessee. They're getting snow, but for us, nothing around here. Back off to the west, this system will go to the north. That system will go to the north. However, that's the one that is still on track. Tracking for several days now talking about this, that could go just the right direction to dislodge some cold air late next week to change the pattern. We'll see, though. We need a pattern change, and it may just happen late next week. Until then, we get some fog. Yeah, fog back in the forecast tonight. However, it will not be as dense as the previous nights around north central Wisconsin this evening. Your forecast then for tonight, though, is mostly cloudy. Some locally dense fog once again for the 7th day in a row. Low temperatures down near 16. However, if you get some clear skies, you could go into the single digits this evening with a calm wind already out there right now. For tomorrow, it's Friday, so mostly cloudy skies, partly cloudy skies once again. Early morning fog, of course. Low or highs near 30 with a calm wind again pretty much all day. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows a beautiful weekend. Get outside and play. Highs near 30, lots of sunshine. And there it is. There's a chance for snow in the forecast on the 7-day next Thursday. Justin?
So you're saying there's a chance. Thanks, Jeff. The Oneida County Highway Department uses brine, or a mixture of salt and water, to maintain roads in the area during the winter. But in recent years, they've actually upped their production of it, and they need somewhere to store all of it. Newswatch 12's Morgan Johnson explains.
By this time, the Oneida County Highway Department assumed they would be using the new space. What was once the framework of a new building at the Oneida County Highway Department is now a pile of broken lumber.
This is a truck storage / brine building that we're putting up here. And the walls of trusses were put up, and we had the misfortune of it coming down.
Brine is the salt and water mixture used on roads in the wintertime. But after the unfortunate weather last November, the department's project was put on hold.
We're in the process of demolition. As you can see in the background, everything has been removed from the inside, and now they'll send a loader or whatever to clean it up, haul it to the landfill.
The loss will be totally covered by insurance, and
there was no damage to the concrete walls that are up and the floor. We also had some utilities stubbed to the building, and those are all right also.
The building would allow twice as much space to store the brine. The department still plans to carry out the project and will be accepting bids in the near future. They estimate it will cost around $500,000. Reporting for Newswatch 12 in Rhinelander, I'm Morgan Johnson.
Well, folks around the nation are still reeling from yesterday's events in Washington, D.C., which we now know left 4 people dead. We'll have the latest on the situation there after the break.
It's your last chance for Furniture and Appliance Mart's New Year's sale. Shop exclusive deals through Tuesday only, including doorbusters available for immediate pickup and delivery. Plus, interest-free financing for 5 years and a bonus 5% discount off our sale prices at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get the chicken bacon artichoke pizza for just $11. Papa Murphy's.
Winning Motor Trend Truck of the Year 3 times in a row, that had never been done before. Then again, neither had a 12-inch touchscreen or 1,000 pound-feet of torque, or a truck winning Luxury Car of the Year. So winning once will always be a proud moment. Twice, an accomplishment. 3 times, well, never been done before. It's just kind of our thing.
Now get $6,300 in total values plus $500 bonus cash on the 2021 Ram 1500.
Uncork the laughter of Antenna TV. Classic characters. Memorable laughs. The comedies of Antenna TV, Funny TV, how it was meant to be.
Do you struggle to open or close your windows? Are they drafty or leaky? If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution.
Replace your problem windows and save big with this limited time offer and attractive financing. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
It's your last chance for Furniture and Appliance Mart's New Year's sale. Shop exclusive deals through Tuesday only, including doorbusters available for immediate pickup and delivery. Plus, interest-free financing for 5 years and a bonus 5% discount off our sale prices at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
The man accused of shooting at Ojibwe tribal members spearfishing in Vilas County last year was back in court today. In court, defense attorney for James Kelsey of St. Germain argued he was never shooting at the boat. They claim he was just shooting at a red squirrel.
Extensive investigation by the Vilas County Sheriff's Department and the DNR. From all of the witnesses, nobody said that they saw a muzzle flash. Nobody said that they saw BBs hit the water. Nobody said that they even saw the person who fired the gun.
Kelsey pleaded no contest to a charge of operating a firearm while intoxicated. He'll have to complete 80 hours community service and write a letter of apology. He was given a citation from the DNR for interfering with hunting and fishing, charged about $350, will not have to serve any jail time. Greg Johnson, one of the fishermen who was there at the time, says he's not really surprised.
Happened here in court today. This is kind of what we expected. You know, this justice system here really doesn't play out in the favor of Native Americans and treaty rights. So, you know, we kind of expected something like this.
Johnson says he fears today's outcome will allow more people to commit acts like what was alleged without repercussions. Tonight, the fallout continues in Washington and around the world after pro-Trump protesters stormed the U.S. Capitol during a session designed to count electoral college votes. We now know 4 people were killed in that process. Much of the nation left trying to wrap their collective heads around what just happened. Jay Gray has the latest.
Barricades, police and the National Guard surrounding the Capitol.
The entire D.C. National Guard has been mobilized. We have also received the support from the state of Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and New York.
A show of force that for many is a day too late.
This was a massive security failure, and questions need to be raised immediately about why there wasn't better preparation for what was not an unanticipated event.
Many of those questions aimed directly at Capitol Police. This viral video showing officers seemingly moving barricades, allowing the mob to rush in. The force was clearly undermanned and overwhelmed. In a written statement, the chief of the USCP says the riot was unlike anything he's seen in 30 years of law enforcement and calls his officers heroes. 24 hours later, the images are still shocking, overwhelming. The pictures also now evidence posted by authorities as part of a massive multi-agency investigation into the violent attack.
We still have a significant amount of work ahead of us to identify and hold each and every one of the violent mob accountable for their actions.
Actions that before were unthinkable. Actions that have forever changed our nation.
That's Jay Gray reporting. Senator Ron Johnson says he has not made a decision yet on his political future, which could go a number of different ways. Johnson's been a big supporter of President Trump. He was one of the few senators to object to President-elect Biden's victory in certain states yesterday. Johnson is weighing whether to seek a third term, run for governor, or step down. He texted the Associated Press today saying he has not made that decision just yet. His decision will have a, you would believe, cascading effect in Wisconsin on what some other Republicans could do. We'll be right back with a final look at your forecast after the break.
It's your last chance for the New Year's mattress deals at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save up to 65% off doorbuster mattresses like these, in stock and available now. Plus, get your choice of free Apple gifts with select mattresses and free quick ship delivery at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
My name's Arthur, Merrill, Wisconsin. In August of 2019, I started getting numbness in my feet. By July of 2020, my feet were so numb, I lost a sense of balance. I thought I was walking on stilts. I seen this ad for spinal aid. I took 20 treatments from them, and by then my feet were 90% better and no longer felt as I was walking on stilts.
Are you experiencing weakness, numbness, and or pain in your feet or hands? These sensations might even be affecting other areas of your body along with your balance. You might have already been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and are taking drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, or Cymbalta that never seems to help. Neuropathy pain ultimately diminishes your quality of life. Call Spinal Aid of Wausau today to see if our treatment methods are right for you. Call 715-203-1508 to schedule your neuropathy severity consultation or visit us at spinalaid.com.
Do you struggle to open or close your windows? Are they drafty or leaky? Are you constantly adjusting your thermostat only to have your energy bill skyrocket? If this sounds all too familiar, Renewal by Andersen is your best start-to-finish window replacement solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows that help keep your home warmer in the winter, cooler in the summer, and quieter all year long.
It was easily the best decision we've ever made in this house.
Don't make the mistake of buying poor quality vinyl windows. Renewal by Andersen uses exclusive Fibrex material that's stronger than vinyl, will not warp or bow, and never needs painting. They manufacture your windows in the USA and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty that covers both product and installation.
Call now to schedule your free, no-obligation design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited-time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't wait another minute. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
It's your last chance for the New Year's mattress deals at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save up to 65% off doorbuster mattresses like these, in stock and available now. Plus, get your choice of free Apple gifts with select mattresses and free quick ship delivery at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
NBC News Watch 12. News from where you live.
A NASA cargo ship has begun its journey back to planet Earth. The Northrop Grumman supply ship successfully undocked from the International Space Station yesterday. The Cygnus arrived there October 5th, carrying about 8,000 pounds of supplies. Now begins a 2-week orbit to test new technology, trying to improve communication on Earth and in space.
Here we go. Yeah, well, our 7-day free trial of 2021 is about to come to an end.
Okay.
We're about to purchase in full, right? It's been quiet so far weather-wise, and that's going to last into the weekend and beyond before we could maybe, looking ahead, long way ahead, see some changes later on next week. But for right now, looking outside, currently temperatures are hanging out in the 20s, even a few low 30s in there. And tomorrow, same story, highs back up near 30. There are some clouds out there now, but where these do break up tonight, looking at Eagle River right now, temperatures will drop very quickly into probably the single digits. So get ready, it's going to be a cold night for us tonight with some locally dense fog once again. But then looking ahead, look at this weekend, looking beautiful, right? High temperatures near 30, lots of sunshine, and there's that chance for snow in the forecast. It's on there, right? Next Thursday with a high of 33 degrees.
It's still a ways away, but it's coming.
Fingers are crossed.
All right, thanks, Jeff, and thank you for joining us on News Watch 12 at 5. NBC Nightly News is next. We'll see you back here at 6 with more.